everyone, it's extremely hot here, like a desert, probably about 35 degrees C. Every day we take the horses out. If they're too hot, we wash them or take them swimming.
So that's the kind of problems we have here.
It's very hot, and now it's getting late, but it's still pretty warm. Even Diagonal has lost weight from the heat, and the horseflies have started biting. What do I want to show? I'm going to work with the horses now. Even with the heat and other tasks, as I've said in previous videos, regular work with the horses is necessary.
Here we go, no matter what.
Because horses are animals that require at least minimal exercise for their muscles, and most importantly, for their minds.
This is especially true for a young horse.
So someone asked me to show how to learn to ride without a saddle, and that's what I want to demonstrate to you now. Don't mind the horse. It's about 35 degrees Celsius here, and the horses are sweating so much, their sweat turns to dust. They pee, making a mess. So, why does everyone want to ride without a saddle? Well, they want to learn because, first of all, it's useful.
Hippotherapy is done without a saddle.
Well, of course, there is special equipment, but without stirrups and without a saddle. And without the saddle, the pelvic organs are warmed up very well. And of course, when I was treating my leg, I had a very serious fracture and many surgeries. It was actually the horses that healed and supported my leg. I had ankylosis, nerve damage, and my legs were different sizes. In general, everything was very bad. And in those years, I rode without a saddle, and overall, my rehabilitation was going very well. So what am I saying? If you want to ride bareback, where do you begin? Do you have a horse at home? You need to start by figuring out what you need to do for yourself. That's the conclusion. Can your horse even carry you without a saddle? Or anyone? Some horses aren't trained to be ridden bareback and only know how to carry someone with a saddle. And if you start bouncing around, it might throw you off. The second point, if you have a choice, you should pick a horse with a very smooth gait to ride without a saddle. For example, this is an Orloff trotter, and as it happens, she has a very rough gait. Riding her without a saddle is tough, but since I can do it, it's no problem. But if you want to learn, you need a gentle one. Because at a trot, when going uphill and when switching from a trot, you'll be thrown out of the saddle and you'll fall right away. You could also hurt your tailbone and basically everything else down there. As for men, you can really hurt yourself badly, so this can lead to serious injuries. That's why you need to choose a gentle horse. There are several techniques. I'll show you the ones I was taught as a child. As a teenager, I learned stunt skills from the best coach in Russia, and he taught both me and other kids the right way.
And how to ride without a saddle. The first Lovelings uses the Cossack style.
And that's basically what I'll show you. So, let's begin.
So we have a horse.
The first thing we need to do is figure out how to get on it. Of course, it's best to mount from a mounting block, but I'm not used to getting on from a block. I was taught to mount without one. I'll show you how you can get on. There are two options. I'll show you the ladies' way. You must hold the reins with your left hand. Prepare the horse so that it doesn't lower its head. With your left hand, hold the reins, and with the same hand, grab the mane, the left one. Basically, get ready and grab on with your right hand. That's how we start running. We run, 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 and go, and that's it. Basically, that's how the Cossacks taught us to climb up. That's how a woman should climb up, all according to the Cossack way. I don't understand.
Basically, well, it's very difficult.
Actually, I'm athletic. I have very strong arms, so I can do it. I don't get how the Cossack women managed it since they weren't ready for war. But it's basically clear. We get off the same way, by holding the mane. If we ride without a saddle, that means we have nothing else. There's nothing to hold on to. Now I'll show you the second way to get on without a saddle. It's called the men's way. I'm not very good at it, especially since our horse isn't short. I might not even manage it. What's the point? Hold on with one hand. Water, of course. We don't hold on to the mane here. You need to jump up and use your hands to pull yourself up and then put your legs here. I don't usually get on like this. Maybe it'll work. She's tall.
Destruction, Ika, knowing how they stopped like they did in Absalona. Continuation. To be continued.
Well, anyway, that's how it is, Marek. Well, it's called manly. I don't know why. Probably because it's easier for men. They're just very serious, really. Use your arms and abs to pull. I can't do it.
Well, basically, I climbed up, yes?
We get down the same way. Holding onto the mane, using the right leg, and swing.
And get down.
Now we'll show the third way, how to get on more quickly. So what's the point? The point is the assistant comes up, so I hold like this. Wait. I'll just say that you need to do this from the other side. Right now we're standing here, but you actually need to do it from the other side. So right now the assistant is going to lift my right leg, but actually it should be the left leg and from the other side.
But the thing is, this spot is just painful for me. That's why we're doing it from the other side.
I see.
Basically, you just need to do it from the other side. You need to do it from the other side, because not all horses will even allow you to do these movements from the right. You have to do it from the left. I'm doing it from the right because of my own physiological abilities.
Again, we hold the reins with the other hand. The mane, the assistant grabs the leg, counts to 3. 1, 2, 3, done. That's it. 1 and not 2.
All right, let's start from the step.
Okay, so we're sitting on the horse. You should never sit without a saddle, especially if you're just starting to learn in slippers like these. You absolutely must not.
Here, I'm sitting on an adult trained horse, my own horse, and I know how to ride without a saddle.
If you're just learning, especially with someone else's horse, definitely not. Only in special boots and also in a shirt. Because when you fall, it's going to hurt a lot, just like that. And if the horse steps on your feet or your toes, it will break them. Believe me, I've already broken slippers like these.
So here you are, sitting, getting ready to walk.
You definitely need to control the leash, and you definitely need to calm down.
When you're sitting without the saddle, the energy between the horse and the person really starts to connect.
I don't know, it's just that the connection is so strong. The horse feels all your blood flow, your breathing.
If you start to get really nervous, it will cause you to fall very quickly. You just won't even make it to Russi.
That's why you need to focus. You can exhale, calm down. You need to relax your shoulders back, keep your back straight, sit very deep, and not allow yourself to make movements like this because you'll fall right away. You need to sit very deep in the horse, you could say. Spread your thighs wide. Your thighs should be pressed in and your knees should also be ready. Because as soon as the horse starts moving without a saddle, it will feel like you're sitting on a dinosaur. The movement will be very intense and you won't have any support, like stirrups. So basically, let's go.
No, will you comment? Can you see it?
Only the movement is very wide. I mean, it's very intense. The amplitude of the pelvic limbs and the spine is very strong.
It is during this movement that the person starts to fall or twist like this and then flop onto their side.
You definitely need to press these muscles with your knees.
And if you start to fall a little like this, you grab onto the horse and put yourself back in place.
For a trained riding horse, these movements are meaningless, regardless of how much you move.
It's also important to know that a horse has a withers and a horse has a rump, but they don't know that. You need to sit, of course, not on the withers, but in between, right here. Find a comfortable spot for yourself. Because if you sit, foolishly, getting excited that you're riding without a saddle, if you sit on the withers right here, you'll hurt yourself and won't be able to walk afterwards. And if you're male, again, I don't even know how that might end. You can't sit here because when you're in euphoria, all happy like that, riding like this and feeling nature is fun. But when the next day or in a couple of hours you feel sharp pain and you can't even sit because it hurts so much, that won't be fun anymore. So, let's go at a walking pace.
Calmly, very calmly, relaxed.
In indoor riding schools, they teach you to sit just like this, legs pressed tightly together. But we were taught to sit with our shoulders relaxed a bit back and to relax the lower back. We were taught to move our sacrum and send our movements forward from the back to the front. This is what hereditary Cossacks taught us. That is not like this, pressed all the way forward, but rather just a little bit back.
Maybe that's why it's more comfortable.
Now I'll walk the horse and then we'll move on to the rat. That's vulgar, yes. We've walked, now we're moving to the rat. I don't know how to explain riding a rat without a saddle to someone without watching them ride. I strongly recommend hiring and paying someone, a trainer, who knows how to ride without a saddle. Someone who has actually ridden many times, not just in words, as often happens.
I mean, someone with years of experience riding any horse bareback, not just book knowledge.
You need someone who knows what they're talking about to watch you while you ride and correct you. A few lessons like that and everything will be perfect. Where to bite, where, that's it. He flew away. So what's the point? On relative strength index, you need to maximize. Lean back, move your front legs forward too. You need to push your lower back and your front legs forward. You will need to relax your lower back and back a lot during relative strength index. However, always keep your knees and hips pressed down just in case. There are several ways again. Some people ride without stirrups, without a saddle, like this on a relative strength index. So who knows what that is? So when you're sitting in the saddle and you have support in the stirrups, you stand up and sit down on the relative strength index. You stand up and sit down in rhythm with the horse, but how to do that without a saddle, I have no idea. That's right, you could hurt your organs again, and you could hurt the horse's back so badly that, I don't know, not even mom would give it as a gift. Where to eat in the kitchen? Again, I was taught to ride like this, and it was very easy, and we rode very well and easily, and learned quickly. And always without any serious consequences for myself. Now Sasha will film it up close. Because if you don't take it off, my horse is very tough, so you need to use a soft one, but this one is tough. Now I'm making circles. You can see how my lower back goes back. You can see it. For someone riding without a saddle for the first time, it isn't an intense workout. Your body, along with the horse's back, still bounces and jiggles you around. The most important thing when you're trotting is to remember that when you stop, there is going to be a really strong jolt. The horse will stop suddenly, and without a saddle, you'll get thrown forward. At this moment, you need to use your thigh muscles or grab the mane like this, otherwise you might fall off. So, I went riding and Sasha will film it because it's impossible to explain otherwise.
Oh. Guys, I can't ride for long. Well, I haven't ridden without a saddle in a long time, of course. You won't be able to gather your insides afterward.
Anyway, I hope this was useful to someone while I was having fun. Now I'll show you hunger. Gallop is only for professionals, especially on such a hot woman. So, our diagonal, not only is it very stiff so you can't gather any bones or guts at all, but she's also a very hot woman. In general, when galloping, the most important thing is to pull yourself together and summon all your willpower. Because when galloping, you can fly out of the saddle so badly that it's just... The most important thing when galloping is to sit up straight and deep, pressing yourself close with your thighs. And most importantly, don't gallop on a horse without a saddle if you don't know how, or if it's your first time. By the way, often on soft and comfortable horses, but ours is not like that. It's not soft or comfortable. The canter is smoother and more comfortable than the trot. You sit smoothly, that's it. But at the trot, you kind of have to work with your lower back. I'll show you the canter. I might fall since I haven't ridden in a while. The woman is passionate and angry.
Let's go anyway.
And then there's this, damn, what's it called? All sorts of things. When she switches from a walk to a trot, I can totally fall off.
Here.
Cool.
Let's go.
Pop, 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 pop. Did you see how hard that stop was? Did you see it? That's how hard a stop can be. From a gallop to a trot, you can easily fall too. Now I'll show you the other way. Our ground isn't even, you should mention that. It's actually very difficult. Yes, oh, easy, 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 easy. The women got all fired up about something. Oh, Lurka really got going seriously, that's it.
Oh.
We finished, Dove, on such an impulsive mare. It's very hard, our ground is uneven, and it's just hot in general. In general, I really hope that someone will like this video, maybe even find it useful. I'm going to walk the horse and wash her, I guess. I want to gallop again. I'll ride at the gallop now. I'll go for a ride now. I only pour cold water.
The lower part, and I already rinsed the top and the neck with warm water.
Because even though it worked a little, it's still considered to be heated up. And you can't pour icy cold water on your back and neck after working. But you definitely can and should pour it on your lower body, especially on such a hot day. Especially for mares. Yes, and for stallions too. Now you should... Okay, now the second one. Oh, here it is, yes. Oh, yes. Here it is, good, good. Oh, well done, well done. Here it is.
Oh, here.
Here it is.
Bravo, bravo.
Now the other way, after the others.
Oh, the other way.
The other way. The other way.
Oh, how nice. I really appreciate it. Yes, Dika. Oh, well, just a moment.
Oh.
Oh, all right.